Hi everybody, my name is Shannon and welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. If this is your first time, welcome in. This is a yarn channel, yarn, knitting, crocheting, stories, creating, all that good stuff. And if you're returning, I greatly appreciate it. Either way, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel and allows more people to see this content. Hey, do you have leftovers? Do you have scraps? Have you made projects in the past and you're like, what do I do with those pieces? It's too big to toss. I mean, and it's too small to make a full project or something with. What am I going to do with that? I have a bunch of things like this. I have these balls, these scraps. This is all fingering weight yarn. This is leftovers from making socks previously, and that's just fun stuff, right? I mean, that's a lot of yarn. You can weigh that out, and that's a decent amount of yarn. I don't want to toss that, and my scraps don't match. That's a good way to put it. I have a crazy color palette, lots of colors, right? I mean, yeah, that's a lot of colors. Some of it's caked up afterwards. Some of it's just leftover pieces and partials of a skein, and they don't necessarily match. There's a lot of different scrappy patterns out there, and they'll fade from one to the other, and it blends beautifully. And I'm like, mine don't match. That's okay. You can still put them together, and your result, my opinion, will look very much like a painting, an artistic version of a painting. That's what I like to say. Your mileage may vary on that one, but that's what I like to say. I have had a lot of fun doing these things. Last year I had a lot more scraps. I put these in Ziploc bags. I have gallon Ziploc bags. I had like 4 or 5 of them, and I'd gone through one solid last year. I mean, well, more than one. I did like 30 hats. I got some pictures, and you can see I have with that, I have here you've got bags, and you've got a few hats for the result of that. In each hat, I used multiple balls, leftover pieces, bobs and bits from previous projects. And I do my hats knitting starting from the ribbing and then working up to the top, and decreasing and then binding off, etc. And very simple patterns. I'll cast on anywhere from 80 to 90 some, and add a few if I choose to. And I'm doing the hats double-stranded on size 5s or 6s. I've used both. But either one, 5s or 6s, 5s on the ribbing or 6s throughout, it really, your mileage may vary. That's worked for me. And it's a very comfortable, relaxing knit. It's just stockinette, ribbing and then stockinette, and it makes a beautiful pattern. So you saw the first picture, and then, in these other pictures, you can see some of the hats that were created and just the unique colorways that came up with those. Absolutely stunning. The recipients were very happy to get them. They were all individually works of art. This gorgeous brown one right here, that was, I think, 5 different skeins of yarn, 5 different bobs and bits of yarn that I used for that particular hat. And that one actually did blend quite well. I was really, really impressed with that one. I thought that was really stunning. But a lot of my colors, like this one right here, I didn't expect that to work out. I had some primary colors, I had some other things, and it turned out that that was one of my favorite creations with the reds and the yellows, and that one really looked like an artistic painting. It looked like, you're just coloring on, that's what I do, that's what I talk about, coloring with yarn and making a creation. So it was a definite one of a kind. All of these are that very much a one of a kind, very unique. When you make something like this and give this, no one else is going to have another copy. Nobody else is going to have anything that looks exactly like it, because you have crazy things like I do, and you mix them together in ways that you wouldn't expect. Last year I was doing really well. I had a lot more leftovers. I've been really pilfering them. So I was able to get some more that were more cohesive colors. Like this one right here, you can see where I had the pieces of that all lined up, all the little balls and everything, and where I had started that, and kind of a thought process of what I added to. And the finished one, I don't have just a picture by itself. It's in with some of the other ones. Like that first bag, that first one that I showed with the bags on the floor, the finished hat of that one was there too. But it's been a lot of fun. And, you know, I do have a couple of them. Like this one right here is gorgeous, my opinion. And this one had an actual striped sock yarn in it, and then I held it with another yarn, so the stripes still maintained, and then had the other yarn with it. And I used, I think, four colors on this one also, and just blending up. And this, to me, that's like a field or something, and then going straight up. They're just very, very nice. They're squishy, they're soft, they're comfortable to wear. I had a couple of them, but one already disappeared. And by that, I mean, I showed it to my family members and it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's already being well loved. It's already been worn a couple times. It is being well loved. And I wanted to show a video that I did of the process where I pulled out some yarns that kind of matched and worked from there. And you know, that's the other thing too. When I pull them out and I gather them up, I'm not sure if I'm going to use all the colors in that particular hat or not. In most cases, I'll use up all of a ball and then move on to the next. And some of them I won't. I'll use to a certain portion and then add in another color and just let the colors do the talking. So I'm not sure when I start it what it's going to look like. I have absolutely no idea. So do you want to see the video? So here it is after that wonderful video. Look at this. Look at the colors. And you got to see as I used each piece of yarn and everything and where I added them. That's where I tried to take a picture and where I added the different things. You know, I didn't use all of the yellow, well, the one that was like a little bit of yellow ball. Here was that green right here by itself, striped in, and then I added it in with that green and purple. And then I started doubling that green and purple up here and just let everything flow in. And I am loving how this looks. I put one of my tags on there. Yes, I have my own branded tags. Throw one of my tags on this, and I think it's, I don't know. By golly, I think they're right here. Don't you think we need a tag on that one? What do you think? I have these gorgeous Another Yarn tags that my friend Coral made for me. She also made my logo for me, and then got the tags for it. So thank you very much, Coral, for that. I greatly appreciate it. So I think this hat needs a tag because it's just gorgeous. I want whoever gets this to know that this is mine. This is a creation from me. Okay. All right. I don't want to lose a bunch of these things. Are you familiar with these? These like little ramedy things? Yeah. So you get to put those on there and everything. And I'm not sure where she ordered. Oh, okay, one down. I gotta find that one. Don't want to lose them. I'm not sure where she ordered these and had them made. I've had some tags made previously that said handmade with love by Shannon, but these are really cool. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, come on, how much better can you get than self-branded like that? That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's my fun stuff is making things. And you know, I wouldn't think that all the yarns that I picked 100% would match each other. That's the part I love about doing these scrappy projects. I don't have the color palettes like others do. There you go. I added it. Maybe I should have put it up a little bit higher, but there you go. I have a tag. There you go. Let's see. I've got a brett in my hair, but whatever. Make it work. Let's stick the hair out. There. How cool is that? With a little tag on it and all the pretty colors. That is stunning. So what do you do with your leftovers? Do you come up with creative ways to use them, how to incorporate them into a usable project, gift them, or keep them for yourself? These will end up getting gifted, no doubt. That's what happened to all those other pictures that I showed. This is all I have, and these I just made recently. Everything else has been given away. These, because they're my leftover sock yarn, they're wool. And they're wonderful and they're warm, and I'm in Colorado and it's cold, and you know, nobody has received them has had any complaints, that's for sure. Obviously, if you have a wool allergy, use something else. You know, you wouldn't be using the wool to begin with. But it has been so much fun creating these things and making these things and seeing how those colors are going to blend. I mean, is that not just the most beautiful, gorgeous scene right here, just blending in? Would you have done a different order or something like that, putting those particular colors together? I don't know. I mean, whichever ball you grab, whichever one you work with, and how you add it in is going to make such a unique difference. I mean, even if we both had the same scrap pieces left, any project you made compared to mine is going to be different, because that's just the uniqueness of the yarns and the striping, and when you add the things in and what color order that you put it in. It is a lot of fun to create. And this time of year, hats are my thing. They really, really are. And it's just so enjoyable. In general, they're a quicker project. At least these are. They're stockinette, they're faster, they're easier. In general, they're a faster, easier project, and it's mindless. And I feel good using up some of the scraps and putting them to good use, and knowing that I can gift those to somebody and they'll be well received and they'll be unique, one of a kind. Well, I've talked about this enough. They just make me smile. I you know, this is how I am. They make me smile, they make me laugh. They're just so happy. It's so bright, it's so pretty, and it's so unique. Well, anyway, everybody, please let me know what you plan on doing with your scraps. If you're going to try something like this, go for it. I'd love to hear about it. All right, you guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.